So you guys actually sent me so many messages that I should share my opinion on Rockstar confirming that the next GTA game is in active development that I just, I didn't want to make a video about it, but if so many of you guys asked me to do that, then of course I'll share my thoughts on it because it is an exciting story. What I want to do in this video is, first of all, I'm going to share gameplay, right? You can see we're doing the gameplay thing and leave your thoughts on that down in the comment section as well. Do you prefer just seeing me standing there talking, kind of like this, right? It's just me. Or do you prefer me in a little corner with a bit of gameplay? Is it like more pleasing for your eyes? Is it easier to listen? Share any of your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. But what I want to do in this video is I want to actually first read the statement that Rockstar made and then break it down, right? Answer some of your guys' questions because you asked me lots of questions regarding that statement. So a few days ago, Rockstar on their community blog had a little paragraph in the end of a fairly long news update where it says, what's next? And what they're saying there is, with the unprecedented longevity of GTA 5, yes, we know about that. We know many of you have been asking us about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project we embark on, our goal is to always significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered. And we are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is well underway. We look forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned on the Rockstar Newswire for official details. On behalf of the entire team, thank you, blah, 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 blah. They also sent the same text out, broken down in 2 tweets. But there are a few interesting things here. First of all, they're not saying GTA 6. Okay, they are saying the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, which to me indicates that it will have a spin-off name. It won't be called GTA 6 and be the official next iteration after GTA 5. It will be something like GTA Vice City. Of course, I'm just speculating, but that's what I read into this text. Also, what's interesting is that they're not saying the development has started or we are developing it. No, they are saying it's well underway, okay? That's something you say when the game has been in development for quite some time. And a lot of people have been commenting and saying, no, well, they would have waited until they finished the development of Red Dead Redemption 2 and then they start with GTA 6. It's not really how these studios work. Very often, they of course, they have disproportionately sized teams. So you may have a main team that focuses on development of Red Dead Redemption 2 until that's released. But in the background, you will have a slightly smaller team that is already looking at the early stages, at the concept, at the art of a game like the next GTA game. So I'm pretty sure that game has been for way longer in development than 2018 when Red Dead Redemption launched. And what seems to confirm that speculation is that in the past, Rockstar always moves fairly fast from announcement to trailer to actual release, okay? They're not doing the Bethesda Elder Scrolls 6 thing where they're like, here's a teaser trailer, the game may come out at some point, maybe. Give us 10 years, okay? Give us 10 years. Usually the way Rockstar does these things is they create a little bit of hype with something like this, and then fairly shortly thereafter, it could be 5, 6, 7 months, but then we're getting like a teaser trailer that gets people hyped up, and that launches the hype train, and then Rockstar wants to ride that hype train into the release and benefit big time from that hype that they build up. They are not the kind of company that says something like this and then they wait 2 years, then you get a teaser trailer, then you wait 2 years again, then maybe you get like, no. I think it's fair to speculate that we will get a teaser trailer within this year. Okay, and this I'm even going further to say it's probably like in the next 5, 6, 7 months, we're going to get some kind of announcement trailer that just, on the very surface level teases some stuff. And from that, going forward, maybe by the end of this year, we might get a release date, a proposed release date that happens by the end of next year or something. So that Rockstar can still, like I said, ride this hype wave through a year or two all the way into the release. Overall, I mean, this is not a huge surprise, right? We knew that the game was in development, kind of. It's never been officially confirmed, but we had so many leaks and so many insiders coming out, speaking out, that it's not the biggest surprise that this game exists, but it was like a nice and welcome confirmation, okay, that came from Rockstar. So I'm not complaining. I'm saying it's great to know that it's actually a thing, but it does raise some instant questions, right? And concerns as well. Some of these questions that you guys wrote to me, like this one, for example. Will there be NFTs in the game? Do I think that there will be NFTs in a game like GTA 6 or whatever it will be called? Now, obviously, I can only speculate on this, but what we know is that a lot of big figures like Dan Houser and a few others that were responsible for the quality and kind of the brand Rockstar as a whole have left the company recently. And if you look at the direction that Rockstar and Take-Two have been taking since then, it seems that their current objective is very much about maximizing profit, right? You can see it on the SaveRedDeadOnline hashtag, where Rockstar just has this huge game. I made a video about it a while back. I'll link it down in the description. But they're just neglecting the community, right? And they're like, yeah, well, you know, we're making a lot of money with shark cards, so we'd rather do the 39th update for GTA Online because that generates money, rather than stimulating Red Dead Online and trying to move people over to that community. You know, we don't care. We don't care about that. What we care about is money. And if you look at a mindset like that and then think about NFTs, obviously, again, it's all just speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. But I think there is a possibility that they are looking into something like this, where you, and especially also games that run for such a long period of time, you can assume that a game like the next GTA will be running for another 10 years. So if they embed this whole blockchain NFT thing from the beginning, and let's say now you get, you know, special cars in an event that were only available for like a limited period of time, and now this car is actually an NFT, and then 5 years down the road in the same game you can take that car and resell it on some kind of marketplace, with Rockstar obviously cashing in on all these aspects of transactions. I mean, look, they're so focused on profit, why not? Again, I don't know. I just think with Dan Houser and all these people leaving, the moral compass of a company like that might not be as clear-cut as it used to be in the past. So I could imagine that they're at least exploring options like NFTs, and then maybe they're doing it kind of in a sarcastic way, right? Like how Rockstar does their stuff, kind of how they treat it like the stock market. Maybe it becomes like part of the ridiculous narrative of the game, but it is actually NFTs, so kind of trying to hide the ridiculousness of NFTs behind kind of a sarcastic layer. I don't know, but I could imagine that they're at least exploring options like this. Someone else asked, will this game be online only? Right? Is there a possibility that they're merging GTA Online with a single player, and all you do is you load into this online world with other players, and then you're playing the single player in there? Maybe you have closed instances in certain missions where you're then in like a locked off environment where other players can't interact with you. I think what potentially points into that direction a little bit is that they are saying, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered. And the idea to have a separate GTA Online game and a separate GTA single-player game in 2020 seems a little bit outdated. And a company like Rockstar, I could imagine, is so ambitious that they say, you know, our next big step is to bring it all into one. It's going to be one holistic experience. And yes, there will be a single player, and there will be these single player missions, but you're going to have to rethink how that works. And they're rethinking the whole structure of what a single player game is. So for example, some benefits of that could be you're doing a single player mission, and before you start the mission, there's a little lobby and other players can come in. Then you're playing it with like randoms from your server. And there's like a light co-op aspect to some of those missions. Maybe you can even bring in your friends and play some of the single player missions with your friends. But of course, there are also very dark, shadowy sides to an idea like that, where, for example, maybe you would have to purchase the single-player missions. Let's say you're in this open world and you need to earn this much money first before you bring it to this Lester guy, and you have to pay him X amount before he can give you a mission. But if you're buying a shark card, you could certainly cut that waiting time in half. So, to be honest, I don't think they're going down that route that I just described, but I could totally imagine that they somehow find a way to merge online and single player so that, in a way, the whole game is online to an extent. Another question that came up was, will this game come out on PC at the same time as the consoles? Because in the past, GTA 5, we had to wait. The PC crowd had to wait. Red Dead Redemption 1 never came to PC, and Red Dead Redemption 2 also had like a waiting time, I think a year later. It was released on PC. So looking at the history that Rockstar has with these delayed PC releases, I think it's probably fair to assume that that's going to happen with this as well. They're going to first cash in. And of course, it also depends what deals they have, right? With the console manufacturer, with Sony, with Microsoft. But I think it's fair to assume that they will release the game on consoles first and then bring it to PC later on, as they did with all the previous games. Other people speculated whether this news or this announcement or confirmation is even actually about the next big GTA game. Or, for example, they just bought Zynga, right, which is like a mobile game developer. So it's pretty clear that they're probably going to attempt to port GTA Online over to mobile devices. So maybe it's that, or maybe it's a twisted version where they do port Los Santos and GTA Online over to mobile devices, but the announcement is not the next big GTA game. It is more like GTA Franklin Stories, now on iPhone, iPad, and Android. That would be insane. Like, people would be so disappointed. And that's actually the aspect that makes me think that it's probably not that. I think they're gonna port GTA Online in some shape or form over to mobile devices, but I think this particular announcement has to be about the next GTA game, because they also say that we know many of you have been asking about a new entry in the GTA series. So to me, that's not like, hey, Franklin Stories in Los Santos now on your mobile device. That is the next entry, a new entry in the GTA series. So I don't think that is a reasonable concern, that this confirmation was just about some kind of mobile port or some kind of small spin-off game. I think it's fair to assume that it is about the next big GTA game. Another concern that a lot of people raised was, will they give themselves enough time to actually finish this game? Because if we look at the definitive edition, and there's another thing, a lot of people write me messages and say, bro, they're not updating the definitive edition. Can you please make a video? I'm not that involved in the whole development of the definitive edition, so I don't play it myself. I have no idea about that. But it seems like they're not updating it. The game is broken, especially on Switch, and on the other platforms it's not looking great as well. And they're just neglecting it. They're like, well, it's out now. And everyone's like, yeah, but it's broken. We can't play it. They're like, well, it's out now. So can Rockstar actually maintain that level of quality that they stood for in the past, right? With games like GTA 5. I mean, that had some hiccups as well, especially the online mode in the beginning, but it was still finished to an extent that is nearly unprecedented today. And many other companies that had nearly like a flawless track record, like CD Projekt Red, suddenly fall on their face when they have to release a game that is as ambitious as Cyberpunk 2077. Who knows if Rockstar, with a lot of these guys that were standing for the quality, that they were responsible for the writing of it and the quality of these games, leaving Rockstar, whether they can actually maintain that level of quality. And to be honest about that, I only have to say, don't pre-order the game. Okay, that is the key message here. Don't rely on Rockstar delivering like a rock-solid game, no pun intended. Be cautious. Don't pre-order the game. Even they give you extra weapons or some kind of NFT, right, that you get for free if you pre-order. Don't do it. Wait for the reviews. See what people say, okay? Because Rockstar is not immune to this, and we've seen it with the definitive edition. Be cautious about the quality of this game as well. The next question that came up a lot was in regards to Red Dead Redemption, okay? Because what does this mean for Red Dead Online? If now Rockstar is moving over, they're starting to move their communication over to the next GTA game. Are they ever gonna release any new content for Red Dead Online? I mean, I said it before, the hashtag SaveRedDeadOnline is still trending. It's going strong on Twitter and on social media. A lot of people, like quite a lively and verbal community out there, is making it very clear that they want new content. But the way Rockstar has treated these releases in the past is they don't mix communications, okay? They finish GTA 5, then they're moving over to Red Dead Redemption 2. Then all the communication is about Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, sure, you have like updates for GTA Online kind of dribbling in the background, but the main communication then is all about pushing Red Dead Redemption 2. And once that is done, once they feel, look, we've pushed it as much as we can, only then they move over to the next thing, which seems to be the point in time now where they're like, now we're moving over to the next GTA title and we're starting to ride that hype wave. And in the past, often that means that there's not much coming anymore for older titles. So while I fully support the SaveRedDeadOnline hashtag, and I really hope that there will be more content coming, I think this is probably not the best sign for that. But looking at Red Dead Redemption in general, right, I think there are a few things. Because every time I play it, I look at the world and I'm like, oh, this is nearly like the next GTA. And there are a few things that we can learn, or that we can at least speculate to see in the next Grand Theft Auto game. Like, for example, the landscapes, the lighting. I think we're going to pretty much, once we get like a teaser trailer for GTA, the next GTA game, I'm pretty sure we're going to see these landscapes and the lighting, and it's going to very much look like Red Dead Redemption, because they pushed that tech so hard and it looks so good. They are such moody and beautiful lighting environments within Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption 2 that I'm pretty sure that's something they're going to carry over and potentially improve as well to the next GTA game. Also, like someone pointed it out in the comments under my Red Dead video, the quick access to food. In GTA Online, you want to boost up your health, right? You're going to have to press M and go to your inventory, select the food, and then maybe you can... While in Red Dead Online, it is in your quick access wheel, right? You just press one button, select the food, he eats it, your energy is restored. It's much quicker, it's much more instant. Also, the linearity of the missions, something I notice in Red Dead Online, is significantly different or less predictable than it was in GTA Online. If you do these heist missions or nearly any missions in GTA Online, it's always the same. You know exactly the moment you accept the mission, where you have to go, where the guy is going to stand, who you have to kill, then you have to deliver to that point. And it's always an exact repetition, while in Red Dead Online, the missions are much more diverse, less predictable in a way. You know, sometimes the victim you have to catch runs away, sometimes the guy is on a train, sometimes he's hiding or isn't even there. So it's much less predictable what's going to happen in the mission, and I think that's going to be a trend that we see taken over or carried over from Red Dead Online into GTA as well. So maybe you have more aspects that you want to add to this list, because this is just some stuff that I came up with on the top of my head. So if you can see other things in Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption 2 that you think will be carried over to the next GTA game, then leave all that down in the comments as well. Also, a question for you guys that you can answer in the comments is, what do you think will come out first? The Elder Scrolls 6 or GTA 6? Okay, leave your thoughts. You can just say GTA 6 or TES 6 down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what your speculation on that is. Personally, I think it's gonna be GTA 6. Okay, that's my feeling, because again, I said it before, like Rockstar is so on point with once they kickstart the hype train, they will pull it off. At least that's what they did in the past. And you can be pretty sure that once the hype train has started, which it clearly did now, that within the next 2 years, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years, if it gets delayed or whatever, or pushed back, you will get the game. And I'm not so sure that's the case for Elder Scrolls 6. I think Bethesda's just taken their sweet time. And I mean, since that teaser trailer about 200 years ago, we have seen or heard nothing. So my bet is on that we're going to see GTA 6 or whatever the next GTA will be first. In the meantime, Twitter's losing their mind, because people are like, well, GTA 6 is confirmed, right? The next GTA confirmed now. What about GTA 7? Rockstar, where's GTA 7? We need confirmation. We need details on GTA 7. Of course, it's just a meme. Okay, people are just having fun. But someone commented something that actually made me thought, and it's actually a bit sad. I mean, now it looks like we're gonna at least be able to play GTA 6 or the next GTA before we are very old and gray, sitting in wheelchairs. But what about GTA 7? Literally, when GTA 7 comes out, we're all gonna be like retired. Okay, we're going to be in elderly homes, in wheelchairs, on various medications, wheeling ourselves around. And in my days, we played GTA 5. Who knows? Maybe people are still playing GTA 5 or GTA Online when we're in elderly homes. It's not impossible. Who knows? But it's just kind of a weird thought, right? To think about it this way. Like, when GTA 7 ever comes out, we will all be very old. It will be a game for our children. That's what it's going to be. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, leave all your thoughts down in the comment section below, whether you agree or disagree. I don't mind. I'm curious to read them. So please don't hold back. Share it all underneath. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to smash the like button. You can also subscribe. Hit the little bell next to it so you're not missing the next upload. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out. Bye.